looks like cat clapping now. Hey guys, it's Deborah from Deb's Journey, and today I want to talk to you about macros and how to manage your macros daily. I'm going to show you an app that I use all the time, and I really like managing my macros. Not a lot of people do because it takes some work and I guess it's just kind of tedious putting in everything that you eat in a day, but I guess I'm weird and I just like those kind of things, but I really do like to do it. And at first you may not be used to doing it, but once you start doing it and you start putting in all of your numbers and the things that you like to, or the things that you eat daily, and you're able to see at the end of the day that you stayed within your macros, it's like a really good feeling. So yeah, so I'm going to show you how to count your macros. And macros is short for macronutrients. And it is, and I'm going to look it up because I don't have these things memorized. I mean, I've been doing this for a little while, but I don't have it memorized, you know? Like, I'm not a doctor or like that dedicated, I guess. I don't know. Alright, so macronutrients make up 3 major components of food: carbohydrates, fat, and protein. So those are the 3 things that you're going to manage daily. How many carbs you eat, how much protein, how much fat you intake daily. And with the app that I'm going to show you, it makes it super easy. What I'm going to tell you is, whenever you download this app, and it's Carb Manager. Let me see if I can put up the little picture of what the app looks like. I'll put it right here. Did we do it? Okay. Carb Manager. And so what you want to do is put in your food before you eat. Some people say they do it like a day in advance, but sometimes I don't know what I'm going to eat from day to day. Sometimes it depends on what kind of day it is. Sometimes I'm like good and I know exactly what I'm going to eat because like I meal prepped or something, but other days I have no clue what I'm going to eat the next day. So even if you do it right before you eat, or as you're eating, you can put it in where you have a moment to kind of think about it, and put in exactly what you're eating, so you can know how much you can have of whatever you're eating. And so that kind of helps too. That way you can know that you're not going over, that you can make sure that you're gonna continue to lose weight and not gain weight. Because if you have too many carbs, if you have too much protein even, yes, you can overdo it on the protein. And of course, if you have too much fat, then you can gain weight, or maybe not necessarily gain weight, but stall yourself to where you are not losing weight. And if you're watching with me and you're on this keto journey or this weight loss journey, then you definitely want to lose weight, right? So this app really has helped me to be able to manage my macros, and I hope it'll help you too. So let me show it to you. All right, here we go. What should your macros be? Your macros should be, you should have it at least 20 grams of carbs, of net carbs. So in the app, you're going to move it on one of the settings to where you can have 20 grams of carbs. It's a little sliding scale, so you can change it around. Let me see if I can find it for you. I think it's here, it's settings. Yes, so under settings, it's going to be macros. So you're going to click on that, and over here you'll see this little sliding scale, but you can just come here and click on 20. That's the only one you're going to move. You're going to say apply my macros, and it's automatically going to show you your daily allowance of your net carbs. Okay, so then it'll show you how to stay within those limits. Okay, all right, so let's go to show you a little bit more detailed how to use the app. All right, so this is Carb Manager right here. It's the M with the C around it. And so once you already put in all of your settings, you know, your height, your weight, your birth date, all those things, it's going to calculate your macros. So once you open up for today, as if you're going to start inputting your food right away, this is what it looks like. And this is how you start it. First of all, let me start by saying that no one is paying me to do any of this. This is just the app that I like. It's not any kind of sponsor or anything like that for this video. I just like this app. They do have a paid version of it if you would like to purchase the app. I know they have a few other features that the free version doesn't offer, like what is it, like recipes and that sort of thing. And so yeah, check it out. If that's something worth something that you want to buy, go for it. But as for me, I'm just using the free version, and it's been perfectly fine for me. But again, that's your choice. All right, so what I do is you'll see these little dots next to where it says breakfast. You click on that and you click on add foods. On there you can type up, let's say you have coffee, or it might not say anything here. This is my husband's, so he already has some preset things in there that he likes to eat. But you type in there, let's say you ate a let's say you had coffee, so you can click on that and you're gonna say about how much you had. They have things like for Starbucks, that kind of thing. So we'll say that he drank 8 fluid ounces of coffee. You click on that, and then with some Truvia, he loves Truvia. Let's say he had 2 tablespoons. And so let's also say that he also had some fried eggs. You just click on that. It tells you here the size of the egg. And if you notice here on the side, next to the little pie chart, you'll see how many carbs that particular food item has. It tells you your carbs. On the bottom it says your total carbs, but we don't track our total carbs. We only track our net carbs, because that is after we subtract the fiber and or the sugar alcohol. So if something has sugar alcohols in it, like say stevia or even Splenda, we subtract the sugar alcohols and the fiber. If something just has regular sugar in it, then that's still added into the carbs. It's not subtracted. Only if it's sugar alcohol, which would be an alternative sweetener. So yeah, let's say he had 2 eggs and some Colby Jack cheese. And so let's say he had half a cup of that. Also remember to add in your butter too. Like let's say you do make eggs, or you make a hamburger or something, and whatever fat you use to cook your food in, you have to add that into the app as well, so that it can calculate how much fat you've had during your day. A lot of times I would forget to do that in the beginning, but now it's become second nature to me. So yeah, so that's what's for breakfast, right? Now let's say those are things that I can easily type up and find those things. Let me give you that example. Like for example, like I looked up eggs. So if I type eggs here, it gives you all these options right here. So it'll say scrambled eggs, hard-boiled eggs, egg whites only, egg omelet with cheese, tuna salad without egg, just a raw egg, like, and I'll show you that in a minute. But there's different options here for you to pick. So those things are already kind of preset into the app. But let's say and so then you'll do this for breakfast, and then you'll do that for lunch and for dinner. But let's say you made something at home and you can't really find those ingredients, or you can't find that whole recipe here. So what you do is you will click on the plus sign on the very top right hand side of the app next to the little microphone, and right on that same spot it'll say plus new. So you click that, and you will click on recipe. Now on here you will type in the recipe. So let's say I'm gonna make bacon wrapped chicken, okay, as my protein. So then I type that in, and I already know that, you know, in the serving, how many servings I'm gonna make is gonna be like, let's say enough for 5. So you just type, you know, put in 5 servings. I don't really mess with anything. I mean, if you want to put prep time or cook time, go for it, but I never do. I don't even mess with the icon, because here you can pick a little icon for the different recipes that you make. I just go straight to ingredients. So you click on the plus sign, and so I'm making bacon wrapped chicken. So let's say I'm gonna do chicken breast. So then you just type in chicken breast, and down here below it'll give you your options. So chicken breast skin removed before cooking, that's usually what I use. So I'll click on that, and then I usually use like medium split chicken. So, or if you use tenders or whatever, you have plenty of options here. So then I'll say 3 large split. So then I add it, and then I remove it from here, because it's, if you'll see that it already comes up here on the top, so it saves that for you. And let's say then I'm gonna put bacon, because that's my next ingredient. So I type in bacon, and down here it's the first choice. So you click on that, and usually it's the 6-inch long slice. So if I am making enough for 5 servings, let me see. Let me say I'm gonna do 10 slices of bacon. So then I put add, and I'm actually up here on the yield, the serving size. I'm gonna change it real quick. I'm gonna change the serving size. I put in there that's gonna feed 5 people, and it will feed 5 people. But what I personally like to do is, even if I get, let's say I'm able to get 10 chicken tenders out of the 3 pieces of chicken that I use. Okay, so then I'll get 10 pieces of chicken, and I'll wrap it with 1 piece of bacon each, and so each one of those will be 1 serving, and I'll eat 2 servings of that. Does that make sense? To where 2 of those portions is my serving. So I'll put into the app that it's 10 servings, but whenever I enter it as if something that I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna say that I ate 2 portions or 3 portions or 4 portions, however many portions you're gonna eat. You just, I like to know how many carbs, or I like to know the macros in each portion that I eat. As far as, like, let's say if it's chicken, so I'm serving myself 2 or 3 pieces of chicken. Okay, I hope that makes sense. If not, just ask me. I promise I'll help you. Okay, so here I have chicken breast, skin removed, bacon. Let's say I made this last night actually, so, but I also added cheese. But I'm just gonna make it an easy recipe. And let's say I did. I'm also gonna add ranch, dry ranch, or powdered ranch. Powdered ranch. So I'm just typing that in, and Hidden Valley powder ranch. So that's the first thing on the list right here. So I'm gonna click on that, and I use like half of the packet. On the package of the dry ranch, you can just see how many ounces it is. I used about 4 tablespoons, so I can go here and just say 4 tablespoons. So add. All right. So then you're gonna go up and you're gonna, I'm also gonna add, I didn't add any other fat to this, to cook this recipe, because the bacon had enough fat in it. If you have to add butter or oil of some sort, then make sure you add that. So then I'm gonna push save. So I push save, I exit out of that, and I'm gonna go to lunch here. I'm gonna go to add foods, and to my foods, and right here, bacon wrapped chicken. And so I had 3 servings of this chicken, so I'm gonna say that I ate 3 servings. So you push add today, you exit out of that again, and then you can see that I ate 8 carbs for lunch that day. Okay, in the morning, 2 grams of carbs. You can go up here on the top, and you can see how many carbs you still have for the rest of the day. All right, guys. So that's how you. And let's say I just ate breakfast. I mean, that's just how you do breakfast and lunch. Of course, you go and you do dinner. Any snacks that you had, of course, put those in too. When you're all done at the end of the day, you'll go all the way down right here, and you'll see it says I'm done logging for the day. Or you'll log. What's wrong with me? Okay, I'm done logging today. So you can click on it, and boom, they throw you a little party. All right, for being under your macros, and that's because I didn't. On here, it showed that I was under my carb limit. All right, so that is how you use Carb Manager. I hope I've kind of explained that to you correctly, or in a way that you would understand. Hey guys, so sorry I forgot to mention the scan feature. So whenever you can't find an item, or you don't know how to put an item into Carb Manager, they have a really awesome scan feature. You push the plus button, and you'll see right on the top where it says search, quick find my foods, and scan. So you'll click scan, and it gives you a little scanner. And like, for example, oh look, see, it reads it pretty quickly, even if you don't do it quick. So let's say I ate a 4th cup of these slow roasted pecans, then I would just add it to that day. Also, another thing I forgot to mention to you is you find all of your foods. Like, let me go back to, like, say the main little page. Let's say you put in a recipe that you ate the day before, or the week before, and you made that recipe again. You will find all of your foods right here. Look, let me pretend like I'm gonna add something in, add foods, and you'll either find it under my foods right here, or you'll find it under quick find. Okay, again, to scan items, you just push scan. It'll give you a little reader, code reader. You scan the item, and bam, you got it in there. Alright guys, so this was how to count your macros. This is how I do it. Everybody does it different. I know that there are other apps out there. If you find something a little more easy, then, or something more user-friendly for you that makes things, makes it go a little more simple for you, by all means, go for it, do that. This is only what I've been able to do to be able to count my macros. So in the beginning, I told you not to count any carbs or anything like that, just eat. So that's what I did, right? Then once I got to like a stall, then that's when I started counting my macros. You can do it right away if you want to. This is only what I did, okay? But so if you're barely starting keto and you just want to get into the hang of counting your macros or managing your macros, then go for it, do it. That's awesome. I just didn't really know about it until later on. And so I went like 3 months with counting my macros and on here, and then I just stopped. I just stopped out of the blue. I just stopped. I didn't keep up with it, and then I realized, okay, like my weight is kind of fluctuating. Like it wasn't going just down, it was like going up and down, and I was like, it was very frustrating. So I decided to start doing my macros again, managing my macros again, and then sure enough, I started losing weight again. So if you're at a plateau and if you have stalled, you're at a plateau, then I really recommend you to start managing your macros. I know it seems like a pain in the butt at first, but I promise you, I mean, you get used to doing it. Like I told you, I like doing it now. I just do, and I like to see my progress, to be able to see that I am staying under, my daily allowance of, carbs and that sort of thing. And so, yeah, I hope you'll give this a try. Again, this is not a sponsored video. I just really like this app. So yeah, I hope this has been helpful, and please comment down below with any questions. Subscribe. Join my family on this journey, and like this video, share it with people who you know who are doing keto, or people who want to start keto, or people who just like watching other people do keto. That's weird, but share it with them too. All right, thank you, love you guys, see you later, bye.